Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Hello to my new supporters and my old ones. So in today's video, I'm just doing a comparison of the paper that I use to make my art prints. I have a Canon Pixma 6820. Okay, cool. And within the video, I'm going to show you my dislikes, what I suggest, the bad, the good, and the ugly. So let's get to it. First up is the Pro Luster paper. This is the Rebound. Yes, I did say Rebound. If the first two don't come through, this is my last choice. This is my least favorite type of paper. On this side right here, you can see how it's glossy. It's semi-gloss, but it doesn't hold ink. It doesn't hold ink very well. And the opposite side is very lackluster. That's how this paper got its name in the first place. Okay. Next up, we have the Pro Matte paper, aka my side dude. If my main bay acting up, this is my second choice. With this one, I use this one mainly just to embellish my art prints. It holds up better when I do use this paper. I also made a video on how I do embellish my art prints. I'll put the link in the description. And also too, if you can tell with this paper, one side is kind of yellowish, like right here, and the opposite is more white. You always want to print on the white side. If not, when you do print on the yellow side, it will come off not to its true color, okay? And last, we have the Semi Gloss paper. This is Bay. This is the main dude. This is Mirror Material. This is my favorite paper of all time. I've used this part for like 4 or 5 years now. As you can see, it's very sturdy. It's glossy. That's how it got its name clearly. And on the back of it, you can see how it says Canon. You can't print on the back of it at all. So when you do print, make sure you turn the paper upside down so that the words will print upright. Don't worry, I'm going to go further into detail about each piece of paper, so stay tuned. First up, I'm using the Luster paper. I'm going to be using this picture on all of the paper that I mentioned in the beginning of the video so that you all can get a very good comparison. So currently right now, I'm just on the print scene, setting up everything how it's supposed to be. This part is very important. Please pay close attention. So currently right now, I'm just choosing the texture of the paper that I want to use, which is Luster. If you choose the wrong paper, it can make a very big difference. So please pay very close attention, okay? And then next, I'm just gonna press shrink to fit, which is what I always do to all of my art prints, okay? With the last two prints, I will do those fill to page because I would like for y'all to see the comparison when you do fill to page comparing doing to what's it called? Shrink to fit. You will know the difference. Like I said, that part is very important, okay? So currently right now, I'm just getting ready to print everything out and it's about to start now. And if you haven't noticed yet, adding these type of scenes to my videos is my favorite part. It's something very therapeutic about it. I don't really know how to explain it, but it just does something to my soul. So yeah. Here's the lackluster print. I'm going to show the final results in some natural light, so please be patient. Don't get me wrong, like it's cute and everything. Like here it is a little bit right there. It kind of has like the same effect as the Semi Gloss paper, not too much. In a few, I'm going to show you why this is the Rebound paper in just a few, so give me a second now. Since I have no desire to sell this print at all, I'm going to print on the opposite side, which is kind of semi-gloss. You all are about to see why this paper is my least favorite, aka the Rebound dude, okay? I'm currently slowing down the video in real time, so it literally hasn't even stopped printing yet, and I'm just about to put my finger on the image so you can see how bad it smears. Like, okay, give it 1 second. There you go. Look y'all. This is the only paper that does this. The only paper, everything else doesn't do this at all. Side do, Bay, none of them. This is the only paper. Even when you let it dry for like 3 to 5 minutes, it still does the same exact thing. It just smears. Currently, right now, it probably been like 2 minutes since I took it out of the printer, and I'm smudging it, and it's not drying. Like I don't know what type of magic is on the opposite side of this paper, but I hate it. Like it's so annoying. Up next, we have the matte paper, aka side dude. Basically the same thing how I did for the Luster paper, I'm going to do for the matte paper. So how I mentioned before, I'm just going to print out the same picture for every texture paper. Go to the print scene, press the matte paper when I choose the paper, which is very, very important, y'all, like how I mentioned before. And I'm also going to do this to fill page, so y'all can see the comparison from the shrink the page, which I did with the luster paper. And y'all, please remember to print on the white side compared to the yellow side too, because if you print on the yellow, it will not bring out the true colors in your pictures at all. And here she is, looking all good and stuff. She looks just like the other paper from the lackluster. I'm going to show y'all a better view towards the end of how she looks in its true color. Very thick, very nice looking paper, as you can see. Back up some. Yeah, you know, look all nice and stuff. I am going to also embellish around the sun area too, so you can actually see how it keeps up with the paper. And last but not least, we have Bay Semi Gloss, favorite paper of all time. Like I told y'all before, I'm going to turn it upside down so that the words can print upright. So that's what I'm showing y'all literally like right now. Go into the printer. There we go, there we go, getting everything situated. And basically how I've been setting up for the last two, I'm doing the same thing with this one also. Same process, gonna just select semi gloss paper and also press shrink to fit, and boom, okay, we got it. And now for the fun part, the printing process, so be prepared. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, and cool. And here's the final reveal. Here's all three of them together. They look identical. You can't even tell that I used different paper, but don't worry, like I mentioned before in the very beginning, I am going to go in natural sunlight so you all can see the difference. But before I do that, here's the matte paper with the gold leaf pen. As you can see, and it is so pretty. Look at that, look at that. But yeah, as you can see, I used the gold leaf pen for the matte paper. It's very sturdy. It withheld the ink very, very well. As you can see over here, smudging it, nothing's coming off at all. Probably like a little sparkle here and there, but nothing extreme. Like, you can't beat it at all. Like, I'm doing it again. Like I said, a sparkle that came off. Now, compared to this paper right here, I'm gonna show y'all. It looks very, very nice. Very, very nice. I'm about to show you right now when I do smudge on the gold leaf circle. And what's it doing? What? Yeah, okay. It crumples off like a lot. Because of this reason, I will never give a customer this type of paper at all, because you always want yourself to last long. Even if it's not for a customer, just for yourself, you want everything to last long. So that's also why I will not use the gold leaf pen on the semi gloss paper. But yeah, y'all, that's it for this section. Now I'm about to go into detail as to like the pros and cons of each set of paper. And here we are, everything looking all good. It looks identical. You can't even tell that I used different paper at all. So if you remember from the very beginning, I said I'm going to use one paper as shrink to fit and the other one as a full page. The lackluster, I believe, is shrink to fit, and this one is fill the page. You can tell a little bit by the size comparison in the image. You can tell, right? Okay, the space at the bottom of her dress is very, very limited, and then over here you see how there's more space on the lackluster side. So the image itself, you're not getting the full image. And then turning it on the opposite side, this is the full page. It legit has been 30 minutes since this paper has gotten out the printer, and the ink is still smudging. I just don't understand it. It's still smudging. This is just not my favorite piece of paper. It's not. I'm sorry, y'all. This is why this is the rebound. This is the matte paper right here. Looking all nice and stuff. Look at it, look at it. And then here's Semi Gloss. This is Bay. Now we're getting into the pros and cons. The pros for this is that the paper is very, very sturdy. You can see these Semi Gloss on it. It will help ink very, very well. The cons will probably be the words that's on the back side of the paper. You gotta be careful with that if you want to print it upright. And the cost, which range from like $40 to $50, okay? Next up is the matte paper. The pros of this is the paper is also very thick and sturdy. It will help ink very, very well, and it's also the best paper to use my gold leaf pen on. The cons are that the back side is yellow, so that can be very confusing which side to print on. And the price is between $50 to $55. The most expensive paper that I use. And now, this paper, the rebound. You already know what I'm going to talk about this paper. Ooh, Lord. The cons. The back side of paper, which is kind of glossy, does not withhold ink well at all. It will smudge and get everywhere, and it can get very confusing on which side that you need to use. But the pros is that the lackluster side is very, very matte. It does withhold kind of well, not too much, but I still wouldn't sell this to anybody because I just wouldn't. That's just my personal opinion, y'all. I hope you all have a great time watching the video, and thank you for everybody who stayed this long.